Well, it looks like the bridge is up, so we might as well go to the park. I can catch you up on my recent experience in Key West. You'll have seen that I put out that video about Dry Tortugas National Park. It was a weekend trip, so I didn't have too much time to spend in Key West, but I wanted to give you a little taste of what I experienced. So I came up basically with a little mini montage. But without further ado, let's dive into what I saw at Key West. So first there was the Key West Lighthouse, which was built in 1825 and decommissioned in 1969. So it was really operational for more than 100 years. And the lighthouse does have a long and storied history. And then not too far from the lighthouse was Ernest Hemingway's house, who is the famous writer from the early 20th century. It's one of the most popular and well-known spots in Key West. He lived there for many years of his life and wrote many of his books there. Another popular spot in Key West is Truman's Little White House. So normally when you think of the White House, you're thinking of Washington, D.C., but post-World War II, after some time, President Truman was really not feeling in the best of shape, and so he turned to Key West to restore his health. Spent large portions of each winter in Key West and would actually conduct governance from there. He would actually host foreign diplomats, and they would apparently play poker and go on fishing trips together. Oh yeah, and then there's this, the fourth spot I would mention is Mallory Square. And Mallory Square really is a hub of a lot of tourist activity. It's very close to the Gulf of Mexico, so it makes for some really, really good sunsets. And also you'll find other different types of attractions there, like there's the Shipwreck Museum and the Memorial Sculpture Garden. And then again, as you might know, Key West is also a very popular cruise port of call. So you'll often see a lot of folks just kind of move on into the city when their boat arrives, and they really kind of hit all of these different hot spots that I mentioned. There is always the Southernmost Point, which admittedly I've been to Key West before. I don't typically have the patience to wait in line for the Southernmost Point. We are now headed toward the Southernmost Point in the United States. And there always seems to be, every time I've come here, there always seems to be a line. But somehow I always seem to go there just in the chance that there isn't a line. But then there typically is, and I will just take a picture of the little buoy sculpture with everybody there standing in line. Because, yes, being in Key West and everything, we did want to get some key lime pie, so we looked up a place that had some kind of a good reputation for key lime pie and headed over there. We're on Duval Street, headed toward Matheson's or Matheson's. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but apparently or supposedly they have some of the best key lime pie in Key West. So we are going to go try it out. But then ultimately, you know, we decided that we're more ice cream people.
Cuban coffee. There's the coffee. There's the Cuban coffee. Delicious. Try it.
Key lime pie is a thing here in Key West, but there is also key lime everything. So right now I'm having some key lime ice cream. You too. Thanks. So we got 3 flavors of ice cream. We got the Cuban coffee, we got the toasted coconut, and we got the key lime. And oddly enough, the favorite of the 3 was Cuban coffee. Second would be probably toasted coconut, and third, the key lime, which was all right, but like all trips, especially weekend trips, this visit to Key West is coming to a close. So we are just getting ready to head back to Miami. So anyway, that was our whirlwind trip to Key West. It was a blast. I wish we could have stayed longer. Was there anything we missed? Let me know in the comments, and also let me know if you think we ought to go back. And if you've been enjoying our content more generally, please consider subscribing. It is a very, very good way to keep motivating us to keep going. Not a whole lot of people know about Dry Tortugas National Park. It is one of the least visited national parks in the country. So whether you're planning to go to Key West or not, it would be a good idea to know a little bit about it just in case. So please do check out my video on Dry Tortugas. Okay, it looks like we're going to have one of Miami's random rains, so I'm gonna head back to the car, but I hope to see you in my next video.